Chapter-5 Garrett. "You're home late," Clay said, as Garrett plopped down on the couch. Clay was Garrett's older brother, the newest member of the Fire Beach Police Department, and his roommate for the foreseeable future until he could afford his own place. "I thought you got off at 6. "Yeah, I did." Garrett rubbed his tired eyes. "But it was kind of a rough first day. I made the wrong call, and it could have been bad, so when one of the nurses invited me out for dinner and drinks, I accepted." Even though this was not his first day as a doctor, it had felt longer than previous days. "One of the nurses? I thought you didn't date co-workers." Garrett opened his eyes to see Clay staring at him, his eyebrows lifted in expectation. "I'm not dating her. It was an invite out with a group of people from the hospital, not a one-on-one." A teasing grin split Clay's lips and he waggled his eyebrows. "But I bet she likes you. Is she pretty?" Garrett thought back to his first glimpse of Renee. She'd taken his breath away, honestly, but that didn't matter. "Yes, she's pretty, but you can wipe that grin off your face. She's not a love interest." Clay's face fell. "Not even a possible one?" "I don't know," Garrett said with a sigh. "I work with her. You know what happened last time. I'm trying to change my life here, not repeat it." "Yeah, but I'm sure she's different from Carrie," Clay said, a slight grimace distorting his features. "That girl was crazy. Besides, you work all the time. How on earth are you supposed to meet someone you don't work with?" Garrett shrugged. "People do it all the time. There's always the gym or church. You have one you recommend, right?" "Yeah, I've been attending a decent church here," Clay said slowly. "Though I haven't met many single women there, or at the gym. Of course, I do most of my lifting at the station gym, but do you really want to pick up a woman at the gym?" "What's wrong with picking up a woman at the gym? At least then I'd know she takes care of herself and likes to work out as much as I do." Clay cringed and shook his head. "Yeah, but women don't go to the gym to get hit on. They go to work out. You can't be that dude." Garrett rolled his eyes. He knew the kind of guy Clay was talking about. The kind who wore tight muscle shirts and split his time between watching himself in the mirror and hitting on women. But he had no intention of being that dude, nor did he see the harm in sparking up a conversation with a woman and seeing where it might lead. "Well, I can't guarantee anything, but I did say I'd go on a tour of the city with Renee, so we'll see what happens." "You know, I could give you a tour," Clay said with a teasing grin. Garrett gave him a good-natured shove. "Yeah, but you're not as pretty as she is. But enough about Renee. I've got to get some more unpacking done." "So she is pretty." Garrett rolled his eyes. "Yeah, she's pretty. Now, if you'll excuse me, I still have some unpacking to do. When God's ready for me to date someone, he'll put the woman in my path." "Maybe he already did," Clay said. Garrett shook his head at his brother. "I doubt it." "Never say never," Clay hollered after him, and Garrett shook his head. As he closed the bedroom door behind him, though, he did wonder if Clay was right. Garrett had been praying for the right woman to cross his path, and he was attracted to Renee. There was no denying that, so would it be that terrible if he dated her? Clay was right that she seemed nothing like Carrie, and people dated coworkers all the time. It was true that it didn't work out for everyone, but he knew it did for some. He could be one of those stories, right? And he was a professional. As long as the woman he dated was a professional as well, then they could keep their work life separate from their dating life. Couldn't they? With a sigh, he grabbed his Bible and settled onto the bed. Unpacking could wait. He needed to spend some time reading and in prayer to make sure he was on the right path. No more doing things his own way. He'd learned that lesson the hard way.